Walk me back to 1984, man.
And you're talking about 37 years ago.
Yes,
My
sir.
memory ain't that good. Man.
You're gonna have to take it back to the time machine. Go back in the vault for me.
Well, it was a good year. You know, I started in '81, so every year we came out feeling good about ourselves. In '84 was even better because we had already been to the Final Four already. Twice. So this year was it was a little bit more serious, I think, because this was our third try, and so it was a lot more fights in practice.
Really? Yeah. Amongst each other?
Yeah.
That's that competitive coming out, or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we fought already all the time. It wasn't nothing to harm anybody, but we fought.
Got after it.
Yeah.
Really?
And God let us fight.
Is that right?
Yeah, He let us fight.
What would set off a fight? Give me an idea, like going hard on the paint, or what?
Yeah, bad foul. I'm tired of you holding me so tight. You know what I'm saying? And get off me. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Start fighting.
But you loved each other like brothers, right?
Of course.
In the end, you were a
After
team.
we got off the floor, we were brothers still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just say, don't do that again. That's what I can't use say. Don't do that again.
That's awesome. When you look back, again, it's been 37 years.
37 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
This university has been in a big time drought.
Yeah.
And they're back.
Yeah.
What does that feel like when you're as a Coug? What does that feel like?
I've been wanting this for so long. I didn't think it would take this long, 37 years. I thought maybe, 5-10 years after we left, we would kind of, especially when Clyde became coach, so I was really excited about that. And I thought that, he would make a difference and make something happen, in to the level that we were. But it didn't happen that way, and it took a little bit, transitions to different coaches, different styles, So I think we have a coach in Sampson now that has our hunger, to win a championship. He's been through a lot of schools, and he's very experienced. So I think that's what it takes when you get to this level. I tell people this all the time. Basketball is not only a skills game, but it's a thinking man's game. You have to be able to think. Sometimes you can have all the skills in the world, but you don't think, then it's not going to make you successful to the level that you need to be, in the NCAA. Wow. And I think Sampson has that. He's a thinking man. I like the way he thinks on the court, as far as putting his players in different positions and, getting them ready to play, and that's why we're here.
Being here is a big deal, obviously.
Yeah.
And put it in perspective for me, because you have the what we call the traditional blue blood schools, that aren't in it this year, to be honest with you, but are traditionally in it, right? And you get these, McDonald's All-Americans, they all go to the same schools, it seems like, right?
Yeah.
For a school like Houston to be in this spotlight at this day and time of college basketball is a big deal.
It's a big deal. It really is. College basketball has really changed from when we played in '84. It's changed tremendously. And the guys now, they're very smart on where they want to go to school at, and they don't just take the first offer. They check around, they do research on the school, the program, and so it's made a lot of difference on where these guys go. And most of them, like you say, they go in the blue blood states and don't forget about the South. But I think recently, because of recruiting, a lot of guys have been staying in the South. We played Baylor first game. Where got Baylor get all these guys from? And they're good.
Baylor's good.
They're good.
Baylor is good. I mean, would you ever think in your wildest dreams that look, I know you're a basketball guy, but our state's known for its football.
Yeah.
Right?
Football state.
It's a football state.
Yeah. Texas all the way. Yeah.
But to have two of the Final Four teams from our state is a big deal too.
Man, that is, this is what I said when the Sweet 16 started. I said that it was going to be Baylor and Houston, U of H, but I didn't want them to meet in the first round.
Yeah.
I wanted them to meet in a championship game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would be even a bigger deal than it is, now.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they made to just the final two.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that, man, would be so much, props for the state of Texas. It is now, don't misunderstand me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the final two is even better.
Yeah. Do these kids, I call them kids, they're young men.
Yeah, they're young men.
Do they fully understand what they're going through right now, or does it take time to fully understand what it is that they're experiencing?
If you've never been there, then it's just a shock, basically. You're just kind of going through the motions, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you don't realize how big of a deal it is. I mean, you got national attention, all over the world, people are watching this. And so I don't think that they realize it, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's good, because you don't get the jitters, you know what I'm saying? This level here can put a lot of pressure on you, a lot of pressure. So, when we were there, we always kept things loose, you know what I'm saying? We played a lot of music, we joked around a lot, you know what I'm saying? Practical jokes on each other, all kind of crazy stuff. And that's just, to keep our mind off of, what we had to do. And then when we got in the game, we was like, hey, we had practice, so we wasn't, it didn't have that jitter feel, you know what I'm saying, and the pressure, being on the big stage, you know what I'm saying? So they made it easy for us.
This is the largest stage for college basketball.
The largest.
I mean, there are only 4 teams still dancing.
That's it.
And the Cougs are one of them.
That's it. And the Cougs are one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? And they earned it. Nobody gave them nothing. They won some big games.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. It wasn't just no smooth sailing. They won some really big games, and so they earned it. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna hit them until game day. Right now, they're getting lots of interviews from media all over the country, and everybody's talking to them, but they're not there yet. I think that when they get there and go to that first practice session, then I think it'll sink in. That's normally when it sank in for us, so when we came to the first practice session, and then we said it's time to go to work.
Yeah. When you look at what you were able to accomplish in your teammates, 3 straight Final Four appearances, 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unheard of,
it's
right?
Unheard of, yeah.
And so for you to be there, you to do that, how does playing on that stage change your life?
It changes your life in the perspective that it teaches you how to handle pressures in life, because you're going to have a lot of pressures in life, and it teaches you determination. It also teaches you to set your goals in life, and that's important. You got to have that. You can't give up when you fail. You're gonna fail in life. Everybody is. At some point, you're here. You're gonna go there. So, basketball teaches you to get up and try it again. And God would be the first to tell you that. If he seen you fall on the floor, no. I can't say what he said, but I can't say what he called you, but.
Right.
You get on right up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the way life is. You know what I'm saying? Teach you to get right on up, try again until you succeed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I appreciate it. That's why I say I appreciate it, man, because it taught me a lot about life. You know what I'm saying? I've failed a lot in my businesses. I've had several businesses, and I've failed in them. I haven't always been successful. And it taught me to try another business or continue with that business. Try it again, until I reach the level that I want to become.
What about the notoriety that comes with that? When you're back on campus and you're back in Houston, man. And you're right. I mean, is there some of that they don't understand yet until they come back to our city?
Your head is this big, and your chest sticking out this far. And because you're known. I mean, everywhere you go on campus, people are. It actually becomes to the point where you have no peace, and a lot of us, we used to, kind of hide a lot, not, be in the public's eye,
Sure.
because they're not gonna give you no peace. You know what I'm saying? And they don't mean any harm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're just fans.
They're just fans. You know, and they just want a piece of you. You know, and that's okay. You know, but sometimes you need some rest.
Yeah. But now, I mean, shouldn't these young men be prepared for a huge spotlight now, wherever they go, whatever they do?
I think the main thing that they should be prepared for is just to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? You can easily get caught up in all the camaraderie and things going on around you, you know, but the focus with them should be to win 2 more games, you know, and do what we have to do to win those 2 games, because you can't get thrown off behind, you know, we love the media, but it can throw you off, you know, your focus, you know, and as well as the fans, you know.
Yeah.
So I think with the COVID thing going on and not as many fans being able to be there, it may help us to focus more, you know. It may help us to focus more,
yeah.
You know, and because, you know, you know, when we were there, you know, we always had on our side of the court, you know, we always had our band, the Cougar Band, you know what I'm saying? So you at the free throw line, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you see all these flags and banners, you know, you trying to focus on the free throw.
Right.
You know, so I don't think they're going to have that there.
Right.
So that'll be a little bit better maybe for us at the line when we need, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a point or two.
What is it, let's talk X's and O's. You know, this team in the Elite Eight game, they blew a 17-point lead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they came roaring back. They Oregon State tied it up there at the end. They won, right?
Yeah.
But you can't do that against a team like Baylor, right?
No, not at all.
Baylor will make you pay for it.
Not at all. If it was me coaching, I would not let Baylor get ahead of us at all, if possible.
It's easy to say now.
It's easy to say.
Easy to say.
It's easy to say. But there are things that I think that he can do to prevent that, and that would be to put continuous pressure from the beginning of the game. You know, if I was coaching, from the start of the first half, pressure the whole game, no relaxing. That's the way you're gonna have to beat Baylor. You can't give up on. You can't get laxical on them, because you get lax on them, they go up 10 points on you so fast, and then guess what you got to do? You got to work even harder to catch back up with those 10 points. Can't do that with Baylor. You got to hit them from the beginning. You know, if he has a trap or a press that he has in mind that he wants to do, you know, that works, that's successful for them, you know, in previous games, I would do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ease up on Baylor at all, because that's going to cost you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're that good.
Give me some other kind of keys to the game. You mentioned the press. You mentioned kind of that relentless pressure. What sticks out to you about this Houston team from a basketball IQ perspective?
I like them because they have the killer attitude like we did. You know what I'm saying? They don't give up. You know, and those guys they you know, they're hungry. You know, that's what I like about them. You know, we were hungry. You know, and you know, sometimes guys, you know, during the course of the game, you know, they don't, you know, drive to the basket and create a foul continuously. You know, or, you know, challenge. You know, you got to kind of get lackadaisical a little bit. You know, but I think we got some guys that's hungry, and they bring it to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're always on the boards. You know, and if they not, coach get on them. They get right back on the boards, you know, blocking out, you know, doing what they need to do. And so I like them. I think they had a great chance. They just have to play Cougar basketball, you know what I'm saying, and be hungry. That's the main thing, you know what I'm saying. I'd love to have that national championship, something that I always wanted, we never got, you know. I'd love to have it at Houston. I'd love to have it.
There's tell me about your T-shirt real quick.
This is a T-shirt that me and my friend Ronaldo Thomas, he was one of my teammates, part of the Smothers Brothers little team that we had that God created for us. And so we had the last Final Four that was here in Houston. We had a party, a U of H Phi Slamma Jamma party. And so we made T-shirts like this from all the fellas, and a lot of people that came to the party, and this was the shirt we just created.
Yeah. I love that, you know, any talk of this current team, there's an automatic comparison to the Phi Slum agenda days, right? I mean, there's an automatic comparison. Is that fair for them?
It can be a lot of pressure for them,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to try to live up to that, you know, the way that we were. I think that we were first, you know, in the city to be as flashy and good. We weren't just flashy, we were good. Yeah. And the reason that we were good is because we had 15 good players, not just 5. We had 3 teams that could be starting anywhere. So it was always competitive, you know. And so we had a guy that was part of our marketing program named Jay Goldberg. And Jay really brought, he saw the glamour in us as well as the talent, and he brought it out, you know. Yeah. So it'd be kind of unfair to compare that. They're in their own, you know, area, and it's a good area, you know. And I'd like to see them build from this, you know what I'm saying? If it's not successful, which I hope it does be successful, if it's not successful, I hope that they can build from this and create something on the level or better than what we had as Phi Slum and Jamma. Maybe they can create another name, you know, or maybe they want to create their, you know, if they do a bunch of dunking, you know, and
2.0.
If they do a bunch of dunking, then they can become, you know, they can become Phi Slum and Jamma, you know. So that's what we were all about. You know, we weren't just trying to shoot. We were trying to dunk on you every chance we got. Take
it to the rim.
Shoes. And that's the hunger they got to have. Take it to the rim, man. Take it to the rim. You know, this is a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what my boy Ronaldo Tom, we used to call him dog. But it's, you know, as we always say, this is a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We you know, we coming out to, you know, take somebody's head off.
Tell our viewers real quick what you're up to these days.
Well, I am, like I said, I'm in the car
How
business.
old now? How old are you now?
Man, do I have to reveal
Come on,
yet?
man.
Huh?
Just be truth. Come on.
How do I look? Let me ask you. I gotta ask
You look
this
like
all
you're
day.
52.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
What are you?
I had about 7 more years to
Oh,
that.
well, look at you.
Yeah.
All right.
7 more years to that. Yeah. You only think about people 59, 60 years old. When, you know, seems like the older you get, you think about when you're in your teens, you think about people that are in their 20s.
Sure.
Then when you're in your 20s, you think about people that are in their 30s. And in your 30s, you think about people in their 40s and 50s, and you say, dang, they old.
Right.
Don't you do that? Huh?
I know what you're saying.
Huh?
Yeah, I've been there,
it's
done
like,
that.
man, they old.
So, yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, my dad used to always tell me, say, son, just keep living. That's all you got to do. Keep living. And you'll get there, you know. And so I'm glad that all of our teammates, you know, are still here, you know, except one of our original, which is Rob Williams. He's not here with us, you know, but he was one of the greatest. He started it all. You know? Yeah. You know, he brought the hunger.
For sure.
Yeah.
Again, tell our viewers what you're up to these days.
Well, I am in the car business. I've been in the car business since 1990, you know, and I'm near the Gesser and West Belt area, and we buy and sell cars, and we buy a lot of cars from salvage auctions, and we repair them, and we ship them to different parts of the world. A lot of cars we ship to Lagos. We do a lot of business in Lagos, and then I race cars. I have a race car called Jamma 1. I've been racing cars for 20-something years now, and it's a pro stock drag car, and I love it. It's my hobby. I don't make any money off of it. I wish I had a sponsor. I used to have a sponsor. I don't anymore. Any sponsors interested, just give me a call.
There you go.
I always need a sponsor for
Amen.
racing cars.
I hear that.
And me and my wife, we ride horses. You know, we have some horses in Wharton, and those are our kids. We call them our kids. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what I do, man. You know, I try to keep my life simple as possible. Sometimes it's hard, but
You've been blessed, man.
yeah.
You've been blessed.
Staying healthy, and you know, living life, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to live my dream.